Hey fellow gamers, Chatty Sisa here. While Crimson Desert continues to draw in thousands of players on a daily basis and has sold within the span of just 3 weeks over 4 million copies with overall very positive reviews, there are still people out there trying to find anything negative on the game just to drag it through the mud. Aside from IGN's laughable rating of 6 out of 10, which they are now trying to re-review after the expected player backlash, the latest minor detail mentions the size of the map not being as big as advertised, all the while forgetting also Pywell's verticality and Cliff's potential ability to go into space. So let's talk some numbers. First of all, I'm aware that not everyone's going to like the game, of course, otherwise it would have a rating of 100% positive reviews, which is about as realistic as seeing a unicorn. But naturally, it's quite amusing seeing the online debates focusing on insignificant technicalities instead of the game as a whole. But talking about technicalities, some might say it's not a minor thing if the map is not massive enough. But where many people fail to draw the correct size comparison is not the flat 2D view, but also the, previously mentioned, verticality. And here it was clear already before Crimson Desert's launch that this vertical aspect of the game will be huge and add a lot of exploration and travel options and areas. So what triggered this debate? A recent post on X with a simple map size comparison in square miles. As you can see, there are several maps pointed out to be larger than Crimson Desert. That is true for the flat size, but many replies to the post highlight that plenty of the bigger maps on the list have just been empty landscapes, unlike the dense, handcrafted one from Crimson Desert. I believe the best reply was already the very first one, which summarizes in numbers the various multiple aspects on top of a simple 2D comparison. Let's talk first about the horizontal area. The total map area is around 200 square kilometers, which is about 77.2 square miles. However, the playable area is naturally smaller, if we exclude water, inaccessible zones or pure filler, bringing it down to about 120 to 150 square kilometers, which is about 46 to 58 square miles. And more precise community scalings are mentioning about 100 to 144 square kilometers for the main landmass, so somewhere between 38.6 and 55.6 square miles. That still confirms though the advertised map size of twice the size of Skyrim, which was 37 square kilometers or 14.3 square miles of playable area, and being larger than Red Dead Redemption 2 with its 75 square kilometers or 28.9 square miles. So from this point of view, the studio's information before the release was totally correct. Now let's talk about the already mentioned verticality, and I'm going to directly cite parts of the summary here. The map is not flat. It has significant height variation, plus extra layers that add effective explorable space without increasing the flat footprint too much. There are mountains, cliffs, canyons and multi-level terrain that you can climb. Then there are over 100 caves and dungeons that add substantial hidden vertical depth. And last but not least, there's the Sky Isles or floating islands of Pywell's Abyss. These are smaller, contained zones for puzzles and challenges, but add another layer of vertical exploration. Because of this, the effective explorable volume, or surface area you can actually interact with, is much higher than the flat 2D measurement. Some players and analysts say the verticality plus underground plus the sky content pushes the effective size of the map noticeably beyond the baseline estimate. Pearl Abyss has emphasized that density of interactivity matters more than raw numbers. The map is handcrafted and packed with content. There are 570 free territories, lots of NPCs, events, secrets, and so on. So it feels much larger and more alive than its pure square kilometer or square miles count. Now there's one additional detail that was mentioned in this reply as well, which is the fact that some players already managed to reach space, meaning the upper atmosphere of the planet with cliff, which was seriously something that shocked me in a positive way. It shows that the devs have even accounted for this option to be tried by the players, and they've made sure it's worth the effort. Before you get all excited to try this out yourself, it has to be said that this was possible due to a mod for infinite stamina for the PC players. And it's taking a damn long time to do. A quick summary of how it can be done states that you can slowly climb higher and higher, bypassing the normal fall mechanics if you combine the infinite stamina mod with repeatedly spamming a specific aerial stab attack. It takes about 3 hours to ascend and about 35 minutes to fall back down. Once you break through the clouds and atmosphere, you will see the planet's curvature, a detailed atmosphere layer, the Milky Way galaxy, stars and nebulae in the distance, and during the descent there's even a visual effect that looks a bit like atmospheric re-entry with cliff catching fire a little bit. If you want to watch what it looks like, you can check out the vid by Nick Tech, which I'll be linking in the description below. It's definitely worth watching. And don't worry, it's condensed into about 3.5 minutes, so you don't have to spend 3.5 hours to watch it. But even without the modding, you have still plenty of areas and huge 3D space to explore, including some impressive high altitude views. And before I finish the vid, I'd like to point out that Crimson Desert also already won the PlayStation's Player's Choice as March 2026 top new released game. So, in spite of all the nitpicking, Crimson Desert is doing well. It's a great game if you just want to have fun and escape reality for a while, and I appreciate all the new details and enjoyable features that many players already shared online. Let me know in the comment section below if you knew about that space feature or how you feel so far about the game's map size in case you're playing the game. And if you've made it this far and you've liked the vid, don't forget to hit the like or subscribe button, it'll be much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, stay tuned and game on!